Welcome back to Everyday Gourmet. Tonight we're going to be doing the second installment, and I had a lot of fun last time. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. But tonight we're going to get going on something. If you notice, I'm dressed a little bit different tonight. I'm kind of like I'm at the islands. Those of you that follow me on other Instagram or follow me on Facebook or different platforms realize that I like to take mental vacations. I like to get in the mood sometimes to cook. Tonight we're going to be talking about Jamaican Jerk Chicken. I'm going to share with you a recipe that was taught to me by a young island lady, and it's going to be a really good recipe. It's going to be something that you're going to want to cook if you like hot and spicy chicken, because this is definitely a spicy dish. Jamaican Jerk Chicken is a staple there. We're going to make some peppers to go along with it, and I've got some rice already going. So we're going to get ready, get started, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Before we get our chicken dish going, we're going to start and get the peppers sauteing so they'll be ready to go. What I'm going to do is I've got a red pepper left here. I've already cut up a yellow pepper and an orange pepper. And we're going to want to cut just the top of the pepper off like so. And we're going to save that for garnish for later, and I'll explain that to you. But you just want to go down the side of the pepper. You want to make sure you're staying away from the seeds. Just make some nice cuts right down the side. We don't need any of the seeds in this dish. And then, when you get them ready, we're just going to julienne these. We're going to cut them in real thin strips, but we want them as uniform as we can. We don't... We want them to be close to the same size, same width if possible, because that's going to matter in presentation later. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be close enough. It's going to look good when you're done. And these are a sweet pepper, which is going to help to balance against the heat of the chicken that we're going to be cooking in a minute. And the chicken's going to be really tasty. I've got some marinating in the refrigerator right now because you have to marinate this overnight. But I'm going to teach you how to make the marinade. And then we'll get that out and we'll go put it on the grill. I got the grill going out there. So that's all we're worried about right there with that. I've got the butter already going, getting warm. So we're just going to take these and we're going to put them in there and let them start cooking and let them start getting a little soft and tender, so that they're going to be really good later up against the chicken. We're just going to get those started and let them cook slow and low. I've already got the rice done. The rice is ready, but let these cook slow and low so they'll get going. Alright, now what we're going to do next is we're going to come over here and we're going to get our chicken ready. Now what you're going to see that I have here is dark meat chicken. And you're going to want dark meat chicken. You don't want to make it with. Again, I'm going to go over here and get started, and we're going to get the chicken ready to go. And what we need to do is just put a little salt in here, kind of like you're doing if you're cleaning mushrooms you found in the woods. We're going to run a little water in there. And now what we're going to want to do is put our chicken in and give it a little bit of a salt bath. And that just helps to get any funk off of your chicken. Anything that could have been in there from the store. And you want just give it a nice bath, a nice wash. Just enough to clean it off. And then you want to rinse your chicken so it's nice and clean. We want it to be nice and clean when we get it in there to cook. So now we're going to put it back over here. And we're going to start by just getting the chicken marinated, or get the chicken with a little seasoning on it. This is just poultry seasoning that we're putting on first. And then we're putting on a little Weber kicking chicken. It really does a good job on this. And you don't have to over season it, just enough, like that. Now we're going to let the chicken sit there for a minute while we work on the marinade. So let's go over here and let's work on the marinade. The marinade here is going to be a simple marinade, but something that is good. So you're going to take a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We're going to add our wet ingredients first. We're going to take a 1/2 cup of light soy sauce and put in there. And about a 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar and put in there. Just like that. Then we want to come in with our dry ingredients, our spices. We just want a little sea salt in there, like so. A little pepper. We got nutmeg that we want to put in. And you can do about a teaspoon of these on each, or you can just eyeball it. After a while, you can kind of eyeball this and kind of know what you need. We're going to add a little cinnamon. Some allspice. Already I'm getting a good aroma from this. Just a little allspice. You want to add in some dry thyme. And we got a couple more here. We want to do some ginger. That's enough. And like I said, you can measure these out about a teaspoon apiece, or you can eyeball it to your taste. Whatever. And then, as always, we want just a little bit of the cayenne. The cayenne you want to be careful with. You don't want to dump a ton in there. That's enough. Next, we're going to add in the juice of a lime. 1 whole lime. We're going to add that in. We're going to do it again. Now, where the jerk chicken comes in is these island Scotch bonnet peppers. You want to make sure, again, not to get the seeds in there. But what we're going to do is, and you want to be kind of careful handling these because they're very hot. But you can throw them in just like that, because we're going to pulse this. And it's going to be really good when it's done. You're going to enjoy this a lot. It's going to add some flavor, but we want to make sure we keep the seeds out of there. We don't want seeds getting in our marinade if we can avoid it. Just 2 of those, because if you go any more than that, it's going to be really hot. Then we're going to add just a little bit of onion. And again, you don't have to chop these up, because what's going to happen is you're going to let the blender or the NutriBullet or whatever you have do the work. And then we're going to finish it with a little minced garlic. And that's going to be it for the marinade. And the marinade will not take long to that should be about good right there. When you take this off, you smell that flavor in there. But our marinade is done now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the chicken out of the refrigerator that we've already been marinating overnight and get ready to head to the grill here. So we'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're out here at my pit where I have my grill set up, and I just have an old school grill here with charcoal because that's what does the best job with Jamaican jerk chicken. I also have some hickory here, some fresh wood hickory that I'm going to go ahead and add to the briquettes just to get some smoke going as it cooks, because this is going to cook for about 45 minutes, believe it or not. And that's going to add some smoke. See how that's already going? We're going to get our grill set up here. And that'll burn down. It won't keep burning like that, but it's just going to get the smoke going. Now, as I told you earlier, I've got right here my jerk chicken that's marinated overnight in the refrigerator. And I'm going to get that out and put it on the grill. And this is going to be really good. Look at that collar. I'm going to put it right directly on there like that. But like I said, that's going to burn down. That wood's going to burn down. and you're going to be left with just smoke in a minute. So you're not going to be on direct fire the whole time. We'll go over here like this. Now what you're going to want to do is just shut your grill, and you're going to let it cook for 45 minutes. And don't have any of the smoke to get out. Maybe just like that. And it'll start working its way around the grill. And it's going to taste really good when it's done. So we're going to let that go, and we're going to be back in about 45 minutes to take care of everything else. Okay, I've taken the chicken off the grill and I'm back inside. I'm getting ready to plate this dish up. This is going to be really good. It's going to take me back to Jamaica. This jerk chicken, like I said, is a staple over there. They really enjoy it, and it's really good. It's kicked up. It's a spicy dish, but it's a good dish. If you've never had it, so I'm going to get a piece of the jerk chicken. Now, depending on your taste, you could put it over the rice or however you want to, but let's just get some rice on there and then just plate it just kind of like that. And then what did I talk about last week? I talked about some color. Here's these peppers that are sauteed. I did add a little onion to them just for some extra flavor, but look at them colors. I like the colors. And we're going to just put that right here. Now we're going to crisscross it a little bit, and it's going to balance the flavor because it's going to be sweet and it's going to balance the flavor. And then, as I talked about before, just kind of a little garnish here. And that's going to be ready to go. That's my rendition of the Jamaican Jerk Chicken. I hope that you make this. You're going to enjoy it. It's got a lot of flavor. Before I end up tonight, I'm going to kind of give you the preview of what's coming up next. Sometime next week, I'm going to do a video on 5-star eggs and bacon, how to make the perfect breakfast. It's going to be a little bit different probably than what you've seen before, but it's going to be really good. It's an American staple. But again, I hope you enjoyed our culinary trip to Jamaica tonight. Have a good week, stay safe, and God bless.